Hello, dear Scorpio. I am Jamie Dawn, your revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your November 2021 horoscope. This is for Scorpio sun, moon, or rising sign placed on that first house. And happy birthday to many of you Scorpios in the month of November. A few of you have also had birthdays in October. And you're probably feeling all the deep transformative energy that this month holds, and especially for you. This also invites you to be able to shine, to really show off who you are, why you do, what you do, how you do it, all of that wonderful expression, because your first house is really emphasized right now. And you get a chance to be able to energize yourself and others in a very powerful, deep, and healing way, if you choose, of course. Now, we have a new moon on November 4th in your sign. This is also a moon that canoodles with the sun and creates a T-square. And this square is between Uranus and Saturn. And you've been feeling this for quite some time. So the sun and moon will be opposing Uranus in your 7th house. And then, of course, we've got Saturn in Aquarius here. And so your 7th, your first, 7th, your 4th, and your 10th houses are being affected right now. And it's probably very deep and very powerful. The intuitive hits, the psychic nature, the way in which you may also, I would say, emotionally feel as though you have this tension going on. It could be tension inside of yourself, but most likely there's some external circumstances that are showing up that you just have to respond to. And many of you Scorpios are probably going, I don't want to deal with this right now. I'm just going to pull inside. I'm going to just be quiet. And I think that's a perfect thing to do during the new moon. Now, the one thing I will say, and granted, we are always looking at this from a generalized standpoint with these horoscopes, but many of you Scorpios are looking at partnerships and relationships, and then also how you show up in the world, how people view you, as well as what you need for your own private retreat. And these tension points that come up, it's really there to say, who am I aligned with? Are they in the best position for me to be able to do the good work that I'm here to do, as well as to show them how much I care, or are they reciprocating? This particular new moon has an emphasis here on partnership. So meaning that your personal or professional, or even those that you consider to be, say, your closest heart connections are most likely going to be affected by this new moon, which then, of course, affects you. And so I would just offer, if you're willing to stay the course and just hold tight, do the things that you do really well, which is you anchor in, you go deep, you can penetrate, you can actually hold so much beautiful energy, emotional energy, like a container, like a swimming pool, if you will. And you're like the water within, but also the confines that it holds, and even the lifeguard right now. And you may find that you have to jump in and rescue somebody, or you have to jump in and remind someone of how powerful they really are. And this allows you to be able to be the beautiful anchor that so many people are needing right now. Now, if for some reason you just don't have the capacity, you've been beaten against the rocks and you're exhausted and you're finding yourself an emotional mess, it's a beautiful time to reach out to a partnership or a relationship that you feel you can trust, because I know trust is a crucial thing, as well as intimacy here. And reach out to that person or that group or that professional and let them lean in on you, giving yourself a break. Now, Venus enters Capricorn on November 5th. So right after this new moon, energizing this 3rd house of yours, making a beautiful sextile to your 1st house and also to your 5th house. And so what you may find is that you get really serious about the things that you're thinking about, or about learning something, or you're attracting to you opportunities to be able to share the things that have deep meaning, and the things that make you the best person, the best version of you. And you can even share these abilities and these ideas that you have and the things that you do really well to with others in a way that allows them to feel as though you're the expert or the authority in this particular subject matter, this particular field, which offers even more security. And when we have that external validation from others of like, I feel really safe with you and I trust you, it lets you trust yourself even more. I would say also do pay attention to any sort of self-talk that shows up, and you may take a more serious approach to it, or more mature approach, especially if you decided at the new moon that you were going to set intentions to be kinder, gentler, more self-aware than ever before. Venus in Capricorn will allow you to do that. Now, the other thing with Venus here in Capricorn, she'll be here in Capricorn for quite some time because she'll retrograde at the end of December into January. And so what she's going to invite for you is opportunities to be able to attract partners or romantic interests, relationships, finances, things that can support a wonderful opportunity to communicate, to learn, to grow, and to be able to have maybe income or receive some sort of financial blessing here that you may have to get through educating yourself, or maybe you're publishing something, writing some things, going back to school. You may even have to rework a student loan or something along those lines so that you can give and learn and give and receive. Venus is a give and receive here, so that you can give and receive in a deeper way. Now, Mercury enters your sign right after Venus enters Capricorn in your third house. So your first house continues to be energized. And when you have Mercury, which is the natural ruler of that third house, entering your first house in your sign, this also tells me that you're maybe doing a lot of research. You may be doing a lot of deeper work with understanding who I really am. What do I really need to be the best version of me? Do I need to take on a particular certification or a particular class or something that allows me to be able to deepen my understanding of who I truly am, my innate gifts? I see a lot of you Scorpios, if you're interested in the metaphysical or maybe the taboo world, this gives you a chance to take a class that deepens the trust in your own capabilities and then share it with others. I will say also on a romantic level, this also invites deeper conversations with somebody that you are partnered with or that you're interested in dating. Maybe you decide you're going to start dating around that new moon time. And so your profile may have this real serious or maybe mysterious undertone to it. And you could attract somebody who wants to mix it up with you. It also may be that things stay a little private for a while you're building the relationship, you're building the trust in that particular relationship. Now, Mars and Mercury canoodle, and the Saturn and Moon canoodle, that squares off on November 10th, energizing that first and fourth house. So that it tells me that whatever you may be learning or the conversations you may be having also may create some tension. You want to get some things done in your private life. Maybe you want to keep a particular subject matter or a relationship or a decision that you've made very private, and somebody else is like, no, I think we need to lift you up. I want to put you on a pedestal, or I think you need to share this. And there may be this push or this forcefulness that happens with information or with someone pushing you to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. And that's not always comfortable during this time. It can create a real heaviness in the emotional body. It can also create a heaviness when it comes to the conversations that you have. So do take time to just be gentle with yourself. And if you're dealing with a particular relationship, do be gentle with the way in which you communicate that. I would sense that there's going to also be an opportunity, again, like the lifeguard at the pool, to hold the space and maybe even have to jump in and rescue somebody who's working through their own deeper emotions. And this is such a transformational time that you have the opportunity to be able to gift another human being or a group with an understanding of it's okay, it's safe to let go of the past and to embody something new. Then we have a partial lunar eclipse in your opposite sign of Taurus on November 18th, 19th, depending on where you're at in the world. And this is affecting your first and seventh house. This usually brings finalities. And what it may be is that you're able to put to rest something along a relationship or partnership or a marriage standpoint when we're dealing with that seventh house. Now, this can be personal or professional, and most likely this will be with someone you are in intimate connection with. And what this can give you is a chance to be able to let go of anything toxic, anything that is weighted down, heavy. We're dealing with Earth sign Taurus, which is gentle and warm and friendly, but also Earth is a physicalness. So it could be that you are having a surgery at this time that transforms the way you look, or maybe your partner has something going on that they've left their company, or they've decided to retire, or they decided that they want to do something different. Or it may be that you meet somebody, let's say this new moon time, and then here comes the eclipse and you're no longer single, you're now in a coupled relationship. Some of you may be getting married at this time. It's a beautiful lunar eclipse. We know lunar eclipses are like full moons or new moons on steroids. New moon is a solar eclipse, but this is a lunar. This is an opposition. And so we're going to be releasing something that no longer serves us. And so you really think about that seventh house. Is there anything toxic, anything that is in a relationship or partnership that is making you feel as though you're weighted down, that you've been sort of in this in-between space, or it's toxic even? Those are the things that you're going to let go of, you're going to make final decisions about, and you get to move forward, especially as the sun moves into Sagittarius November 22nd, energizing your second house, telling me that it may be your focus becomes more on your personal possessions, your values, as well as possibly long distance travel coming and needing the income and the opportunities to be able to do such a thing. Mercury entered Sagittarius a couple of days after the sun, further emphasizing second house, meaning you're most likely going to turn your sights and your values and the things that give you real worth on something that allows you to expand your personal possessions. Maybe it allows you to expand your home life or your income in a way that gets you the opportunities to add value to yourself, to others, to your everyday life. Venus and Mars will sextile, the cosmic lovers sextile at the end of the month, energizing that first and third house. So if there has been heavy relationship conversations, or maybe you've had to deal with something personally that has been a little bit of a, we'll call it a surgery. It could be physical surgery, it could be psychic surgery, it could be, emotional, spiritual surgery, whatever it might be. This is a beautiful opportunity for the recovery, for you to be able to step on the stage confidently, share your experience, and energize and help others as well. I will say too that the month of November is transformative, nothing you're not used to, because you're always transforming yourself, whether it's mind or body or spirit. And so now you have the chance to power up as the month continues. And then when you move into December, your power should be able to be shared with others on a global standpoint. And global can be relative depending on our attitudes and our moods and individuals, right? But what I can tell you is that you should find yourself in a position where after you go through the deep, deep healing work and the clarity that drops in, then you can step onto the stage, so to speak, the world stage, and really embody who you are at this next level. All right, Scorpio, I hope that this helps. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and find me at jamiedawn.com. Have a great month.